After my son's accident, my first question was about my totaled car, not him. Now my ex has turned my kids against me for being a terrible mother. Plus one update. I am a mother of two, Vanessa, who is 25, and Brandon, who is 22. I am not married to their father, but they both have a relationship with him. They went to visit him this past weekend for Father's Day and were supposed to be back at my house on Monday. Brandon drove the two of them there and was supposed to drive back. The car he drives was originally mine. I paid it off completely and let him use it on the condition that he would be responsible with it. He only had to pay for gas and maintenance. This was the first car I was ever able to buy outright without a loan, so it has a lot of sentimental value to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's still my car. A few minutes after they left their dad's house, I got a call from Vanessa. She told me they had gotten into an accident. My first question was if the car was damaged, and she told me it was totaled. I was immediately furious because Brandon knew how hard I worked for that car, and I was very clear that I expected him to care for it. I asked Vanessa to please put her brother on the phone. Instead, their father came on and explained that they were in the emergency room and that our son was receiving treatment. My ex then started berating me for being more concerned about the car than about our kids, and for getting angry at our son without knowing the full situation. In my defense, I hadn't realized he was injured. To be clear, Brandon will be fine, and the other driver was completely unharmed. But my kids and their father are all still furious with me. I just assumed that if his injuries were serious, that would have been the first thing they told me. But that isn't a good enough explanation for them. It's been a few days now, and both of my kids are still with their father and refuse to come stay with me. So, am I the asshole? Some people asked why I immediately assumed the accident was Brandon's fault. Well, he's 22 and has been driving for less than a decade. Younger drivers are prone to accidents. I have since found out that it appears the other driver was at fault, but I did not know that at the time. Of course, I'm not angry at my son now. That was just meant to explain why I was at the time. It was a stressful situation all around, and I got caught up in the heat of the moment. Regardless, I admit that, "Are you okay?" should have been my first question. I believed that since his sister was well enough to call me, she must have been fine, and it turns out there wasn't a scratch on her. In the panic of the moment, it just slipped my mind to ask about him. That was my fault. Update. First of all, I want to be very clear. I do not care about the car more than I care about my children. It was a moment of heightened emotion, and I spoke before thinking. I can admit that what I said was insensitive. Just so everyone knows, my son has a concussion and a few broken ribs, but he is going to be fine. The car is unsalvageable. And yes, it is insured, but that won't replace the sentimental value. But it's fine. Now, I called my children to apologize. I explained that I never would have asked about the car first if I had known they were in the emergency room. Vanessa admitted that she probably should have told me that first, but she was very stressed out at the time. I wasn't able to get far into the conversation before their father came in and had some choice words for me, and the call ended shortly after that. I honestly believe he might be manipulating the kids into not wanting to talk to me or come over. But they are adults, and that is their choice. My plan for now is to just let it play out.